Hello YouTube, it's Megasonic here with another game review, this time for Blizzard Entertainment's newest IP, Overwatch. Now, if you're still wondering, should you get this game? No worries, I got you guys. Here's our full review of Overwatch. Overwatch is the new cool kid on the block. This game has big shoes to fill, not only possibly being the game of the summer, but also having to compete with the new titles such as Battleborn and Paragon. I know what you're wondering. Does this game have a story? Well, it's there, but not the focus of the game, which is a bummer because it actually has an interesting story here. The story of Overwatch starts with a high-tech version of Earth, where humans and robots known as Omnics exist together. However, the peace does not last from the two-wage war. To fight back this threat, the United Nations searched for the most elite soldiers around the world to form the peacekeeping force known as Overwatch. Eventually, the people of Earth began to fear Overwatch, which causes the group to break up. Now, with terrorism run rampant and many other heinous acts, Overwatch slowly reforms to fight back. So you see why people might be upset that there's no story mode. Frankly, I agree. This game has great lore and a vast variety of interesting characters, but no real plot. There is animated shorts and comic books to add more to the story, but doesn't add to the overall game, and I feel like adding a campaign would have been much more to the experience.
Get wrecked, boy. Get wrecked, boy. Right, wrecked, boy. Yo, who need ammo? Who need shields?
Overwatch is the first-person shooter with its own sense of style and design. The multiplayer being the main focus of the game, where a team of 6 must accomplish a goal, while another team of 6 must play defense. Each map has its own particular match set, whether you're pushing a payload or holding down a point. Now, this is something very unorthodox for games to do. The reason why I say this is because you're not given much freedom to pick what kind of game mode you want, which means you're playing a playlist, which hasn't gone stale yet, surprisingly. Each map has its own design and personality. You'll find yourself fighting from movie sets to western canyons. One of the things that this game shines at is this gallery of 21 heroes. We are given 4 classes of characters: offense, defense, tank, and support. However, none of the characters feel the same. The speedy Tracer plays a lot different from the badass Reaper, and others like Diva and Roadhog, who are both tanks, play completely different from one another. Not one character feels overpowered, since each character has its own strengths and weaknesses. Yes, even the infamous Bastion can be countered if done right. The unique cast of characters is, I believe, one of the main reasons why Overwatch has a great fan base. In the middle of the battle, you're allowed to switch your character. This helps not only you, but your teammate as well, since the certain situations can change and can be dealt with much easier. This is a unique style that many games should implement, because not only the situation might call for a healer, you can be that group's healer. Not only if the group needs a tank, you can be that group's tank. You're not stuck to one character, which I love, and also the fact that you get rewarded for it. You see points if you block damage, you see points if you heal people, you see points if you do the most of your objective role. The other game modes are playing against AI, when you and a random group of players fight against AIs, training where you shoot robots for practice, and custom games where you and your friends can duke it out. And also there's weekly brawl, which is just a regular online match, but a few tweaks in there to make the game unbalanced but fun. There's also a loot box system in here, which you can purchase online if you're lazy, but if you're not lazy, you can actually play through the game and play through the online to get each box. However, many people don't like this system, which is kind of funny because all the inboxes are just cosmetics, and they don't change the game flow in any way.
I don't know, but I'll be ready for them. I'll be ready for them. I'll be ready for them. I'll build this up.
You put it on the little spinny thing.
Yeah, so I can wreck them. Yep, wrecked. Wrecked.
Now, I would like to say this. This has to be said. Why $60 for a game that barely has any content besides the multiplayer? Don't get me wrong, this is a good game, but $60 is kinda high if you think about it. Yeah, this is the Origin Edition. It's a special editions, I agree. But which you're only getting a couple of pieces of skins for a few characters that you can get from just playing through the game and getting loot boxes. There is a regular version of this game, but that's only available to PC, which is unfair to console players, and funny how none of the console fanboys have complained about this. Anyway, overall, this game is a great game by Blizzard. However, it lacks a story mode, which is pretty sad, and which I see as a missed opportunity. However, the variety of characters and a strong sense of teamwork gives this game a good score in my book. So I give Overwatch a 4 out of 5.